Greeting the sailors for the final day of racing at Sail Melbourne for 2012 were sunny skies, 15 to 20 knot winds and the all-important medal races. Out first on the water were the 29ers. Coming into the final day, first and second were tied on equal points, meaning the best placed boat in the two races would win. Despite capsizing in the first race, the Australian girls team finished in first place, just ahead of James McLennan and Thomas Trotman from Australia.
We were coming equal points, and there was a few guys who are good in the heavy weather, but they were a long way behind going in, overall. So we didn't really mind if they were in front. We had to make sure we were in front of James and Tom in each race, and we did that, which was good.
We never won Sail Melbourne, so we're really happy.
The Laser men also put on a show for the final medal race. Matt Wern took first place in the medal race, but it was not enough to knock off Australian Tom Burton.
Being on shore before the race, I thought it was going to be a lot breezier, but 20, 25 knots, and it actually got up a little bit of a wave, so it wasn't dead flat, but yeah, it's always good to have a win, isn't it? So I'm pretty stoked.
Olympic sailor Crystal Weir had a fantastic regatta and navigated through the variety of conditions perfectly, coming in 22 points ahead of Manon Luther from Switzerland and Elizabeth Yin in third.
I'm happy to win this one. It's in my home ground, Sandringham's my club, so it's definitely a nice win for me for sure.
The strong winds on Port Phillip Bay meant another perfect racing day for the Finn class. Although coming in second on the final race, Brendan Casey from Australia placed first overall in front of fellow Australians Oliver Tweddle and Jake Lilly.
Oh look, I had a 9-point lead after, obviously a consistent performance through the week. I just concentrated on the start and the first beat and had a good crossing, and the race was sort of over after that.
Continuing the complete Australian domination, the new team, Matt Belcher and Will Ryan, smashed the 470s class with an almost perfect score, finishing in first place in every race except one.
Today we just enjoyed the conditions. We've done a little bit of sailing in this in the past, but not together, so we were still working out what to do from the technical side. But to be able to enjoy the medal race and sail well, and good breeze, going fast, it's a nice way to finish it off.
The strong breeze was making it difficult for some classes, especially those in the 49er and 49er FX class.
The wind's pretty strong. The wind beacon out there is reading 26 knots as a base wind. Obviously the classes are a bit reluctant of going out at the moment. We watched the 49ers go out just a few minutes ago, and a few capsizes in the marina and everything. A bit rocky on all the boats and struggling a little bit, so all the girls and myself, being the lone male in the fleet, filling in, are just contemplating what to do at the moment.
Officials called on both 49 classes, but some competitors elected not to sail.
Alright, so we've chosen not to go out, and the reason is that there's a little bit on at the moment. It's been gusting 28 and it says it's supposed to be building, and also the rigs are very expensive and we just don't have spares right now. The majority of our fleet, we don't even have spare sails. The most we have is spare spinnakers at the moment, and if we break a rig, that blows us out of next week's regatta of SIRS.
49er FX team of Alex Maloney and Molly Meach did elect to sail, however, ending the regatta in first place.
It was pretty exciting being the first World Cup, and it had a range of conditions, so it was really good to test everything out in.
So cool to come over here and line up against some other girls and see how they're going.
It was the gun show in the RSX fleet today, having a ball in the windy conditions. Luke Bailey finished in first place, ahead of Patrick Voss in second and Samuel Trihan in third. And finally, the kiteboarders, who had a knockout competition today to decide medal placings. Astonishingly, German rider Florian Gruber had a perfect score for the entire event, a first place in every race.
I managed to win every race, so I'm still number one and super happy.
As the sun set over a fantastic, picturesque Port Phillip Bay, competitors enjoyed the views from the Sandringham Yacht Club, ending the first event in the ISAF World Cup.